So today we're going to have every single player at their full potential. That doesn't mean I've made every single player 99. It just means whatever their potential was, I've got that player up to that rating. So we've got 99s, we've got 76s, we've got some deep potential players. We've got a lot of B potential players, but let me tell you, this league looks completely different. So this could be interesting how this all plays out. So I hope you do enjoy today's video. Of course, if you do, hit that thumbs up down below. If you guys want this in the roster vault, let's get over 500 likes on today's video and I'll upload it for you guys. It's not 100% perfect, but I think you guys will enjoy it. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button, and of course in the comment section down below, just drop a comment. It doesn't matter what it is. You guys want the roster, you enjoyed today's video, whatever it is, just drop it down below. So it doesn't really matter who I'm gonna be in today's video because I'm not rebuilding. I'm not trying to change anything up. I just want to see how the league plays out with everybody at their full potential. So boom, we'll be the Colorado Rockies today. So I'm gonna turn ignore budgets on because I want to do at least a season or at least 2 seasons just to kind of see how like free agency and everything plays out, and then we'll just rock like this and see what happens. So oh no, I want everything on auto manage. We'll hop into it and then let me show you what this roster looks like. So like I've said, every player is at their full potential. So like A potential players, B potential players, and there were a couple players like you'll see like this guy C potential, but he's not in the C potential range, which was like 70 overall to 79. The thing is, there were some players that I did want to leave not full potential just because that way, if you guys wanted to use this roster for a franchise, there were at least some low rated players that could be used in the minor leagues and at least have some at the bottom of like the overall spectrum. Because if you think about it, if they're just all high rated, then it kind of just wastes some players. So I just kind of left some low rated players. Most of them are like 25, 26, 27 that are like C potential, F potential, D potential. But for the most part, when we go through it, since we're the Rockies here, you'll see like every player here has matched the potential that they're supposed to reach. So it's not a prime because if you think about it, prospects haven't had a prime yet, but yeah, every player has reached their potential. So you've got like 93 overall for Robert Hassel. Obviously Tatis is 99. Logan Webb 95. We've got players all over the overall scale. Like it's actually pretty cool to have, you know, some of the prospects reach their full potential, especially with like today's roster, because you can kind of see like there really isn't a weakness for any team, you know, and I think that's kind of cool. So like I said, it's not 100% perfect. It's not like perfectly matched to their actual potential. So like Giolito might have 97 potential, and then like Robert might actually have 99 potential, but I've only made him up to a 96. Realistically, I had to edit every single player on the roster, so I tried to get it to their potential as close to their potential as I could, without having to like constantly tinker with every single rating here and there to make sure that I got it exactly correct. So you guys could see there's players all over the place. I think this is really cool. I actually like this. Like we've got an Ohtani that's probably gonna be usable and actually be really good. So that's a good thing to see. And then, you know, just like I said, having some of those prospects be up there in rating, you know, like Kelnick, Julio Rodriguez, Noelvi Marte, Jack Leiter, you know, Acuna's 99, Soroka's 99, Pache's high rated. I just think this is really cool. I like this idea, and I thought it was really just like a little bit different. You know, I don't think anybody's done this in the MLB community, just because I don't think there's ever been a roster that's done it. Especially this year, since everybody had to remake their rosters. So yeah, every single player has reached their potential. There are a couple like this one right here with Castellanos 89 overall, but A potential. Like I said, I tried to get it within a rating or 2 of the actual potential, but like I said, having to edit every single player to get to their exact potential, it was extremely time consuming. I think this roster alone took me close to 10 hours. So yeah, there's that. 10 hours is maybe a little bit of an exaggeration. I would say it was at least 7. Yeah, it was at least 7. So here you go. This is the roster, and we'll take a look at their lineups just really quickly, just so you guys can see every single team. Like, of course the Dodgers are going to be nutty, right? But here you guys go. Here's the rosters. Listella somehow is still starting for the Giants and everybody else. But I think this is really cool. I like this. And it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out with every single team. Like, for some reason, Xavier Edwards, who doesn't have first base secondary, is playing first base for the Rays. I figured that would be a little bit of an issue just because there are some high rated players that the teams are going to try to get into their roster, that they'll just throw them into the team somewhere. But yeah, here we go. These are all the teams, all the lineups, and then of course AAA is going to have some high rated players too, because you can't fit them all on an MLB roster. But that's just kind of the fun of it, just to kind of see how it all plays out. Obviously there are some teams that are a little bit lower rated than others, but yeah, here we go. I think it'll be fun to see who wins like MVP, who wins Cy Young, who gets traded, all that good stuff. But yeah, here we go. I like this. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm interested to see how this all plays out, especially with the prospects involved. That's the big thing here. So pitching, you kind of know the same thing is gonna be there. I'm gonna turn down the trade slider a little bit. We'll trade it. We'll turn it down one notch for this video. And let's get into it. Like I said, I'm just going to let the CPU handle everything, and let's see what happens. As we have our first trade already, Jacob Stallings goes to the Orioles for 2 players, Alex Wells and Kobe Mayo. Interesting for sure. I feel like that was a bad trade, like a really bad trade, but that's just me. Okay, All-Star break. Let's see who was an All-Star this year. Not awards. Whoops. All-Star voting. We've got Kershaw, Dustin May, Mad Bum, Wainwright, and Cade Cavalli. Okay. On the other side, you've got Glasnow, Lance Lynn, Luis Garcia, Garrett Cole, and Colby Allard. Relievers, Darren O'Day and Joe Smith, the 2 veterans, and of course Kevin Ginkel and Giovanni Gallegos. Here are your closers. Okay. Some interesting names there. We got like a prime Kenley Jansen. Then we got Rizal, Soto, Soria, Rogers, and Diekman. For catchers, you've got Salvi, along with Sean Murphy and Harry Ford, who's actually a draft pick in this year's draft. Yachty, Henry Davis, and Luis Campusano. What else? We got Joey Votto, Pete Alonso, and Freddie Freeman. Vladdy and Mancini on the other side. Glaber, along with Tyler Freeman, Jazz Chisholm, and Brendan Rodgers. Brett Beatty and Luis Urias, along with Austin Martin and Rafi Devers. Shortstops, Volpe. Is it Volpe or Volpe? Whatever it is, he made the All-Star team along with Wander Franco, Bobby Witt, and JP Crawford. JP Crawford being like the veteran of the shortstops there. You got Corey Seager along with Ed Howard and Jordan Lawler. Kutch, okay, along with Yelich, Jordan, and Benintendi on the other side. Jordan's already got 30 home runs at the All-Star break. Dang. Joe Adell, Eric Pena, Mike Trout, and Kyle Lewis. Okay, Marte and Elliot Ramos, and then Castellanos, Harper, and Soto, and Nelson Cruz. Okay, that's interesting. Any like crazy numbers right now? 28 home runs and 30 home runs. Interesting. All right, there we go. That's the All-Star break. If any other big trades happen, I'll show you. Bobby Dahlbeck goes to the Astros for Ross Adolph, and Seth Martinez. Verdugo back to the Dodgers for Ryan Pepiot, and James Outman. And any other ones? Miles Straw goes to the Orioles. Nolan Jones goes to the Mariners. Oh, interesting. And that might be it. Oh, Daniel Espino for Jeremiah Jackson and Robinson Pena. All right, that's the trades. Let's finish off the season. All right, so the season's over. Playoff bracket. The Mariners and the Royals. Wow, the Royals. But the National League side looks pretty standard. The Reds is a little bit of a different one, but like the Twins, the Mariners, and the Royals all taking up that side of the bracket is a little bit interesting there. So league leaders, what do we got here? Corey Seager, Drew Waters, Yelich, Winker, Seth Beer, Monte Harrison, a couple others. Okay. Benintendi. We've got Jordan, Volpe, Biggio, Crawford. Hits, 2 players with 200. 180 on the other side. Oh, that's interesting to see that there was kind of like that big of a gap. 46 doubles along with 43 doubles for Wander Franco. 10 triples led the American League along with 12 for Robert Hassel. And then 47 home runs and 52 for Jordan. Okay, all right. So we got a gold glove for Senzatella, but Andrew McCutchen is your MVP. A little bit of a throwback, huh? That's wild. Okay. Huh. Andrew McCutchen, MVP, along with Yordan Alvarez, who hit 52 home runs along with 35 doubles. Okay, Andrew Benintendi too. And like his power numbers aren't that crazy. It's just, he's just hitting home runs apparently, 41 of them. What else? Cy Young went to Walker Buehler. You got Kershaw and DeGrom. So like realistically, that could be like a real life situation for Cy Young. And then you got Lynn Cole and Alek Manoah. So besides Manoah, it probably kind of like could potentially be a real life situation too. Benintendi and Seager won the batting title. No reliever of the year on both sides of the league. So there was no reliever that was good enough to win. So Jake McGee with his 54 saves, or 49 for Richard Blyer, or 48 for Rizal, or 48 for Joe Smith. Dick Lovelady, 43. Like none of those guys were worthy of the award for reliever of the year, which come on, seriously? Seth Beer won rookie of the year here. He's a 90 overall. Just looks like he mashes. And I'm pretty sure he mashes in the minor leagues as well, from what I remember. And 40 home runs. Yeah, he had a pretty good season. And then we have Bobby Witt Jr. on the other side. I mean, look at the Royals. The Royals are kind of killing it. Let's go take a look at their lineup here. You've got Nicky Lopez, Jason Guzman, Benintendi, Salvi, Pena, Prado, O'Hearn, Bobby Witt Jr. hit 308, and then Olivares. And then you've got like the vets on this side. Was their pitching nasty too? Had to have been if they did that well. It doesn't look like too crazy. It just looks like their offense kind of carried it. Okay, so we've seen the awards, we've seen everything like that. Let's just start advancing days and see who comes away with the World Series title. I feel like that's really where we're at. So we've got the Reds and the Mets, and then the Yankees and the Royals. It looks like the Royals are one game away from a World Series, and they're currently facing the Mets. So are the Royals really going to win it? The Royals! I did not expect the Royals to do that. Actually, let's go take a look at the Mets lineup just so we can get an idea, and then we'll see how the offseason treats us. So McNeil, you've got Nimmo, Brett Beatty, Lindor. Lindor makes sense. Like Lindor, when you give him like his full potential, he's going to be good. Pete Alonso, Conforto, Dom Smith, Alvarez, and Ronnie Mauricio. Okay, and then of course with their pitching, let's go take a look at that. You've got DeGrom, Syndergaard, Peterson, Allen, Trevor Williams. Their bullpen looks pretty good as well. So that makes sense. Okay. The Royals surprised me though. Like that one actually kind of caught me off guard. So we've got some players starting to retire. Any big names that I notice? Kurt Suzuki, but like actually doesn't really look like J Happ. You got Cole Calhoun, but outside of that, nothing too crazy. So let's just see what happens in the offseason. What big names move to new teams? Carlos Rodon goes to the Twins. Okay. Colin McHugh to the Giants. Matt Barnes to the Cardinals. Okay. Andrew Miller to the Padres. Christian Vasquez to the Brewers, which don't they have Manny Pena? Or I guess Pena becomes a free agent, but don't they have Narvaez? Archie Bradley to the Angels, so that helps their pitching situation. Kirby Yates to the Giants. Interesting. Buster Posey, I feel like always goes to the Braves. Always goes to the Braves in franchise, which it makes sense. Travis d'Arnaud does become a free agent 99% of the time in a rebuild and like franchise, so they do have a need. But I feel like that's almost like you could like bet your house on Posey going to the Braves in franchise like every single time. Avisel Garcia to the Athletics. That's an interesting one. That one's an interesting one for sure. Let's see who else is a free agent right now. Starling Marte to the Mets. But we got Baez. You got the MVP and Andrew McCutchen, Scherzer, Corone, Scope, Eduardo Escobar, Brandon Belt, Pujols, who was actually a 99 and had a pretty good season. You can see like he dropped off a lot. I mean, at the age of 42, you can see that's kind of why he would fall off. But yeah, I mean, you can see high-rated players all across the board. Like Adam Wainwright, I made him pretty high-rated too, and he had a really good season. So, okay. So let's get through the rest of the offseason and see what happens. Jonathan Scope to the Giants, Baez to the Twins. That's an interesting one. Perez to the Red Sox. We've got CJ Cron to the Padres. I guess I could use someone to take over for Hosmer. Brian Torres, who I think is part of the Giants organization, who signs with the Reds. Scherzer with the Orioles. Interesting. Did I say Scherzer had a 5 ERA, by the way? Brandon Belt goes to the Pirates. And Escobar goes to the Royals. Man, there's names all over the place. McCutcheon to the Nationals. I don't care about the Rule 5 draft. And some interesting moves. I'm seeing some interesting moves for sure. Okay, Pujols to the Yankees. Oh, okay. So that's a Scherzer had a 5 ERA last year? 150 innings. Yeah, he had a 5 ERA with a 1.4 whip. Whoa, really? Okay. All right, so let's get to the regular season, and I'm gonna just run through the lineups really fast, and we'll see if there's like any big moves that we missed. Like we saw the Verdugo trade. Any other big names? I'm just trying to like skim through it really quickly, seeing if I'm missing anything. Like obviously the bench is there, but like I'm looking through the lineups. Like Yadi's on the Red Sox now. We've got Pujols on the Yankees. We've got what else? Any other big names? I don't think so. I mean Alejandro Kirk to the White Sox, but I'm not really seeing anything too crazy. I feel like maybe the trades were the big ones. Like Baez isn't even on the starting lineup. He's on the bench, which I feel like he could sneak in above Jorge Polanco. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. Willie Calhoun's on the Astros now. Bobby Dahlbeck from the trade. Pedro Diaz part of the organization already. Jackson Merrill was part of the Reds. No, Padres organization. So he signed with the Athletics. So there's that. But doesn't really look like anything too crazy. We saw the Posey move, but yeah, okay. Interesting. Like I said, I kind of like this just because like obviously you're gonna have those older players that start to fall off as well. So then the younger guys get the chance to play too. But all right, we've got Tommy Pham here, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think we're all caught up with like most of the moves. So let's just sim one more season, see what happens. Maybe a big trade will happen, but outside of that, the Royals winning the World Series is kind of like mind-blowing to me. Okay, so we actually do have a big trade. Matt Chapman to the Nationals. Ooh, okay. That one's kind of big. That one I did not see coming. Sano to the Giants. Interesting. And that was it. Now, those last two trades right at the deadline, those were the only two trades they showed me, actually. Let's finish it off. Let's see how this all finishes. We might as well just kind of sit here and chat it out for the last couple minutes since, you know, the month's over. Nope. I want to finish this off here. And boom. There we go. Postseason time. Let's see what we got here. The Rays and the Mariners. The Angels and the Yankees take on the Tigers. Whoa. Okay. Another new team. The Nationals made it. And then the bottom of the bracket, kind of the norm. So league leaders, what do we got? Soto again. Tyler Malone. That's a prospect. Yeah, that's a prospect in the Padres organization. Any other interesting names over here? Heston Kierstead. Willie Calhoun. Delvin Perez for the Cardinals. Drew Waters. Luis Garcia. Some interesting ones. 203 for Victor Robles. If Victor Robles ever gets close to 200 hits, I will be flabbergasted. Absolutely insane. What's Fran Mill hitting? 52 home runs. Whoo. Wander's killing it with 99 overall. Lazaro Armenteros. I'm pretty sure this is the guy that struck out like 250 times in AA a couple years ago. You've got Trout with 55 doubles, Beatty with 44, 12 triples for Marcano, 12 for Jason Dominguez, 52 home runs. Jordan with 51. And then in the National League, 51 for Bryce Harper. Drew Waters with 44. Okay, Freddie Freeman, I see you. Killing it still. Interesting. Like some pretty, like we see the normal names, but we're also seeing like some new names like Brent Honeywell, Logan Allen, Casey Mize here for pitching. Strasburg, so a couple veterans holding it down on the National League. Saves, Michael Fulmer. Okay, Dick Lovelady's up there again. Tanner Rainey, Tuki Toussaint. I don't think a Braves fan would ever expect that. ERA, okay. Let's see what awards we got. Bryce Harper and Fran Mill winning MVP. Honeywell and Strasburg winning Cy Young. Soto, Trout, batting title. Oh, we finally have a reliever of the year in Michael Fulmer, but not in the National League. No National League reliever of the year. And then Ornelas and Schnell winning rookie of the year. Okay, so let's just keep advancing. We've got the Giants winning the wild card and the Angels winning the wild card. All right, let's just keep moving forward and seeing who advances in the next round of the postseason. And it's going to be the the Brewers and the Dodgers, and the Rays and the Angels. Okay. I'm going to, hold on. So we're all tied up 1-1-1-1-1. I'm going to go Angels. I'm going to go Angels Dodgers. It's just meant to be that way. I already know it. See, the Dodgers already won, and the Angels are going to lose. Dang it. The Angels lost. So the Rays and the Dodgers, a 2020 matchup, or rematch, I should say. And it is going to finish. It is going to finish with the Dodgers coming back and winning 4-3. Really? MVP is going to be Diego Cartaya, who hit 800? 800? Are you serious? That's insane. All right, so the Rays currently look like this. Edwards, Wendell, Franco, Mejia, Meadows, Schnell, Josh Lowe, Brujan, and Castellanos is with the Rays now. Okay, I like that lineup. And then for the Dodgers, you've got Lux, Verdugo, Seager, Muncy, Mookie Betts, Cody Bellinger when he's actually good, Cody Hose, Michael Busch, and Will Smith. And then Diego Cartaya somehow hit 800, but it shows 389 there. So there it is. That's the team all lined up. You got Bobby Miller, Buehler, Kershaw, May, and Urias along with their bullpen. And then, of course, with the Rays, we have Bitsko, Glasnow, McKay, Baz, and Patino. And, of course, their bullpen's always nasty. So there it is. The full potential across the league extravaganza. That's what we're going to call it today. But no, like this is actually pretty cool. I like this. Some different names. We saw some interesting names for sure that popped up that I didn't expect. Like Victor Robles with 200 hits. No chance that happens. No chance that happens ever. Victor Robles doesn't know how to hit at all. So that was wild to see. But it was kind of cool. Ooh, I want to check Shohei's stats. What do we have here? So like this season wasn't good, but last year was pretty good. A 3.6 ERA, 1.2 WHIP. Only 82 games in the lineup here, but offense, like this season just looked like a down season, but the year before he looked really good. So I feel like we kind of figured it out with Shohei. You just got to make him really good. That's really what it is. Of course, Yordan always killed it. The Royals making it to the World Series, that was kind of wild, but there it is. Everybody at full potential. Again, guys, if you want the roster in the vault, I'll put it in there for you guys. Just hit the like button down below. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button. And of course, in the comment section, drop a comment. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.